Hello everybody, Brad here today. Welcome back to Project Hospital. So what I've done is I've just entered the game and I thought we'd play in doctor mode just for a little bit. So here we've got Frank Wright, one of our doctors, is looking after William Hall, who has lactose intolerance. So William, you go and have a look at your diet and sort your life out, mate. And we've got Casey Hernandez here. So we've got two doctors going. I just thought it'd be a nice little introduction to the video of us playing in doctor mode. So this is the little clinic, I suppose, really, isn't it, that we built last time. Is that are these new clothes? I haven't seen those before. That kind of set looks quite nice. So this is doctor mode. If you guys haven't seen it before, it's basically you're taking over your doctors like you could used to do, but it is done better and it is an improvement to the game. Oh, you do not have chronic kidney disease, Judy. You've got chronic fatigue syndrome, so you can have some exercise. And you can select your difficulty by this button here, and you can have a look and say, you know, no hints or that kind of jazz. You can basically take over 6 doctors maximum, I think it is a 6 maximum, of doctors in your hospital and treat the patients that they're seeing. So you can now go home, Judy. Right, let's come out of doctor mode, because I would like to start building our radiology department. So we've got a little bit of money, nothing crazy, you know, we're definitely not we haven't got loads of money, but we've got a bit. So I thought we could tuck radiology kind of down here, and then if we put an elevator with it, that means, you know, we can go up and down the floors, because obviously if you're in general surgery or orthopedics or cardiology, any of the other departments, you want to be able to come down to radiology quite quickly, because, you know, it's quite a busy department. So let's come out over here and we're going to say build foundations, and we will go from there, I think. And we're going to go there, and we're going to add 2 squares on, actually for the whole way. As we're going to get a brick wall there and there. And then around, we're just going to get the blue wall in that we're using everywhere, just for the moment, just so we've got that built. And then we can say that wall can go, and that wall can go. And then we're going to carry on the wall from there, and then we're going to have some double doors going into radiology. And then we can get our blue floor. Is it that one? Yes, it is. Like that. And we'll extend our corridor here and there to come down there, and then we'll say that actually, yeah, that's a continuation of the corridor. So that's that bit done. Now we can come into here and start planning where we want our actual rooms to be. So I thought radiology we could go for maybe like a wood paneling effect, just for something a little bit different. Okay, right, now I need to get my planning brain on. So if we come down here with an X-ray department that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 6, and then there we've got well, let's go 7 then. Let's go 7, because then that's equidistant. If we go there and then there down, here we can get rid of our windows, because we do not want to be looking into the radiology department. And what we will do is we'll add some windows like that. Down here we can have windows in a cleaning cupboard, and then we'll get a couple of windows in the staff room, something like that. Right, so if we come into our radiology clinic, and we're going to say that this is going to be X-ray, I think, with I quite like the black floor, but I don't know if that's going to go with the wood, really, is it? So about we have wood in our corridor, but actually inside the X-ray room we have like half tiles, half paint. I know it's sort of grey and quite morbid, but I actually quite like that. Kind of makes sense. I think for the X-ray it makes sense. So I'm going to say radiology, and we want an X-ray room, and we are actually going to cordon off 2 squares, and we're going to get another X-ray door, and then this is going to be like a little office for the X-ray room. So in here we need, of course, the X-ray machine, which is going to go there. Then in here we're going to get the office desk down there with an office chair with a PC, and we want a couple of watch windows. We're going to get 3 in there because we can get the X-ray control panel there, and then in this room we can get a couple of X-ray viewers. I'm going to have it outside because I think that makes more sense, that you'd go outside and you talk it through with the patient. And then we'll get a dressing room there, like a dressing room screen. It is really, isn't it? And we'll get one more window in there. I think that's nice. Do I need anything else in here? Do I want anything else in here? I think that's good actually. It'd be nice to get like a plastic hamper for like your gloves and your scrubs. Gloves and scrubs. And then we could get a couple of posters like the skull poster, maybe tennis elbows, that makes sense. And then in here we'll just get a kind of a couple of little bits and bobs. Actually we could get a plant for in here. Let's get that just in there. Okay. Then in here we're going to have, we want someone who's good at radiology but not too expensive. So what's the game controller? Resting is much faster. I assume that's positive, right? So you look quite good, James Davis. We don't know what your perks are. How much does that cost? £1,000. Oh, if anyone's wondering, this is how you create a character with a new DLC. It's that one there. But it is quite expensive, so be warned. Let's get James Davis. And then can I immediately see what your... No, I still can't see what your perks are. Okay. Okay, so that's our radiologist in. And then we're going to want this to be our waiting room. With... I think it's worth us getting in a cleaning closet and a restroom. How big does these have to be? That needs to be 3 by 2. So we can get a small restroom. And we'll get a small cleaning closet. So that wall on the outside. Bathroom we're going to go with tiles. And our cleaning closet will go like the half brick kind of look. That can have a black floor like the X-ray. And then our toilet again. We'll just go for some tiles. Keep it nice and simple. So that's going to be a restroom. That's going to be a cleaning closet. So in here we're going to need a WC sink with a hand dryer. Oh no, let's put that there. Could put a bin underneath. Yeah, lovely. And now cleaning closet, we'll just have one shelf, one bucket, plastic hamper, and in here we'll just have a few little info boards and that kind of stuff. Right, so we want someone in the day. Let's have you in the day, Lisa Moore, and at night we'll have Frank Johnson because he moves a little bit slower, bless him. So we've had objective complete, which was build our radiology clinics. That's really good. And now in our waiting room, we're going to want to set up sort of seating areas and all that kind of stuff. So let's go for blue chairs, and we're going to build a little area. Something like, I actually think something like that, nice and small, nothing too fancy. We'll get a nice little plant, get a flower there. Here we'll get some more like veins. I mean, veins you wouldn't, well I suppose actually yeah, once we start getting like angiography, veins will be, and then arteries. So we've got veins and arteries, and then maybe we'll get a skull there. And then let's get a clock. And we're going to want info TV with our Q machine, and then in here we'll also get a coffee machine there, I think. And flooring, let's go for, what does that look like? That's not bad, is it? Let's go for that. Something a bit different. I don't think I've ever used that. Obviously this bit up here looks stupid, so let's have a lot of that for the moment. So that's our little waiting area for our radiology clinic. So then people can go and get some x-rays done, which would be really good. Obviously we're going to leave that blank. We don't want another x-ray now at the moment. But because we've got 64 by 64, we're going to want this down here to be our emergency department. So then we're probably looking at, what can I use to plan? Can I put those anywhere? No. What can I use to plan? Let's go for something cheap. 10. Well, let's go for like, emergency is going to want to be sort of up from there, isn't it? So that to be emergency. Like that. That's quite a nice size. And then down here we probably want, well, radiology will probably continue once we get the other rooms to like there. Because what else are we going to have? MRI and angiography. So then we've got this room here. So we're probably going to want all of that for extra doctors' offices and all that kind of stuff. So I'm actually thinking that medical labs is going to have to be on another floor already. Which I don't think's bad. I'm just trying to work out in my head. I think that does make sense. We don't want to overcrowd this bottom floor. I don't think so anyway. So I just noticed that these walls are different colours. So what have we got in here? We have got a stripe, the blue stripe. So let's go there. I'm just going to make that wall the same. Right, so elevators. What do we want to do about elevators? Do we have elevators like there? And then I'll move that door. I think that makes sense, right? So then we'll go, that door go away. In here we're going to say, actually get rid of those cubicles. And then we will have another door from that entrance. It's probably worth moving that, and we'll move that to that. That to that, that to that. I cannot speak. That to that side. So now we've got our elevator in, and we can continue with our blue floor. That one? Yeah. Lovely. And we'll just get in our kind of wallpaper. So it's not wallpaper, is it? But let's call it wallpaper, and we'll do the same in there. Okay, lovely. So now we've got our elevator in. Then we can expand over here with more doctor's offices and all that kind of stuff. So, oh look, we've got a first person in our X-ray. Bless her, she's got her pants down already. She's got foot contusion because we can't treat metatarsal bone fractures. So if we go up and away, and we want to say add new floor, copy nothing actually. So can we build straight onto this? Yes, lovely. So if we get in this in a new colour, so let's go for like is that turquoise? I'm not very good with colours. Is that turquoise? I don't know. And we're going to go something like that. And out here I wanted to try and do like a little garden. I've never gone too far into the decorations in the game, but I thought, it might be time to do that. So, medical labs. How do I want to set this out? How many labs have we got? We've got the microbiology, hematology, histology, micro. So we've got 3 labs. In past series of the game, we've put them all in one, which was quite nice, but I think it'd be good to put them all separate, have them in separate places. So if we go, what wall? Yeah, that one. And how many squares are there? 6. That should be plenty if we really kind of split it out like that. Then we're going to have quite large labs actually, aren't we? Is that going to work? I think that should. We could go like 8 for each lab. Have a little waiting room outside. I like that. I like the sound of that. So then we can go, because at the moment we only need hematology. So let's go hematology here. And we're going to have a glass door, which comes into hematology. And here we're going to need a bin. So let's have a red bin. Then over here we're going to have sort of 2 stations with some office chairs, and we'll go for green chairs. So let's go for PCs because they're cheaper. We'll have 2 at the moment. One has a printer, one has a paper holder. Then we can go for something like a bookcase there. That looks pretty cool. What else do we need in here then? Sample storage will get right next to the door with a sink. And then we can start getting in things like the analyzer. So if we go lab desk there, hematology, analyzer, some glassware, a thermocycler, and what's an RIA? Radio immunoassay. Oh, cool. And then let's get in some shelves. Nothing too fancy. Something like that I think is plenty for the moment. Especially early game when we haven't got tons of money. What could we get in here? What's a white floor look like? That's quite, that's pretty common for a lab just to have like a white floor, isn't it? So let's get that out. And I thought it'd be cool to get some windows in here. So I thought maybe that could be windowed, but maybe with the small ones. I don't feel like those floor to ceiling. Just get out some windows, just so it doesn't look. What I'll do, if I move that like that there, and then this can go, and that can go there. Then we get another one of those in there. Yeah, I like that. And then windows to go out, something like that. Get some more up this end. There. That's our basic plan for our medical labs. So we're going to need waiting room, all that kind of stuff. So if this is going to be like a little balcony, garden-y area, let's have a door coming out. I don't know if people will ever actually come out here, but we can see how it goes. So our waiting area, we're just going to need, thank you. So some chairs. So we go for green chairs. And we'll get these ordered like that. Get a green fancy chair there. And then just kind of, not have too much. There's no point having a Q machine because for the labs they come out to collect your samples anyway. Okay, that's cool. And then we could have like a little bathroom coming off there with another little cleaning cupboard. I can actually just go downstairs, and what we'll do is we'll just copy that, and we're going to pop that in there, and we just delete the rooms, delete, and then we go medical labs and say that that is a restroom and that is a cleaning closet. And then we need to get in some tiles. And we'll go for that for the cleaner closet. My cat is just squeaking to herself. What's the matter? Even she doesn't know. I know the feeling. Okay, so for our kind of corridor waiting area bit, we could go for, what's green Lionel Richie look like? Yeah, it's not very pleasant, is it? Okay, let's go for a line. I like a line. Like that. Something simple. That's plenty for the moment. Once this area gets bigger and bigger, obviously we'll just keep changing it and expanding. So we're going to get one person in for the minute. So at the start, let's go for Michael Walker, our top guy, has good advanced biochemistry, not that expensive. I think we should go for Robert Wilson. He looks pretty good, he's pretty cheap as well, so let's go for Robert. So that's our medical laboratory department up and running. Okay, so the outside roof terrace did not go to plan, guys. So we're going to leave this free, and then we have a little bit of space there if we ever need it. So you're all good up here. Robert Wilson is just chilling. No one needs to have any samples run in the lab, so that's fine. Why have you done that? Oh, that was a weird little glitchy moment. Okay. So how's it going down here? Are we just treating everyone? I want to select a doctor. Oh, in emergency, please. Karen Thomas, you've got foot contusion. You need some numbing ointment. And then Joseph Harris here has got viral tonsillitis, so you just need some rest, Joseph. So go and get some rest. William Hernandez has got a pork tapeworm, so you need some anti-helminthics, which you're having at the moment. While you send a treated patient home, yes. If you've been treated, you can go home. Joseph Harris, you've had that, so you can go home. So our next kind of objective is to open the clinic at any specialised department. I think I'm going to wait for that. If you guys have watched any of my previous series or watched anyone else play the game or played a game yourself, it's as soon as you start opening up your specialised departments, that's when it starts going interesting financially, shall we say. It just becomes a lot harder to actually keep your head above the water when it comes to money. The specialised departments are very expensive to build. The staff are very expensive because you've got to start employing surgeons and that kind of stuff. So we'll hold off on that for the moment, I think, and we'll just try and concentrate with what we're doing with our kind of, just GP's offices here, really, isn't it? We're not specialised here. We're kind of a general hospital at the moment. So Robert Wilson, you've got pharyngitis. You've had your NSAIDs, so you can go home. I'll come out of doctor mode for a sec. So yeah, so that's going to be radiology there, I think. We're going to keep this area here free for a lot more doctors' offices. And then this part of the hospital is where we're going to be doing our emergency hospitalisation. That's the plan anyway, that's the plan, guys. And up here we've got our medical labs. So, we could start expanding our labs. It's money that we don't really have to spend at the moment. So I'd rather not do that. Let's just get in a floor there. And we're going to say, I don't know, should we have bricks in there just to make it look a little bit different? Do something like that. We've got plenty of GPs at the moment. I keep calling GPs, it's not really GPs, is it? We have plenty of doctors' offices. I've just noticed we have windows in between our doctor's rooms, which is probably not great because you probably would not want to see what's happening to the person in the room next to you. Shows how much I actually notice, really, doesn't it? So has anyone come up here? Robert, what are you up to? Not much. Not much. Okay. Let's fast forward the game a little bit and we'll try and get the ball rolling with some more patients coming into the clinic. We're sort of expecting at the moment to have roughly kind of 20 patients a day, that kind of area, which is pretty good. So I'm going to leave this part here, guys. Please let me know down below in the comment section if you're enjoying the series, and hopefully next time we'll be expanding our hospital even further. Have a great day. See you later. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel down below if you haven't done so already. And please feel free to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Have a great day. See you later.